I ended up in the set of Star Trek.
Oh.
I just read, was it Star Trek? Oh, wow. Of course, I have done big, huge Hollywood film, which is Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
Much, like long ago, 2011 we shot.
Oh, that's
so
long
this
ago.
is 2018.
Yeah.
So I went there and Pinewood Studio in Canada, in Toronto, and there's a huge sets, like 10 studios of like same size as.
Wow.
And good thing is that they paid me little money, but I keep getting residuals every 2 months.
Oh yeah, they have that thing where when they re-release, you get paid, no?
Not really release. If they're earning money, I earn money 1%. So every 3-4 months, I get like $5,000,
Because
$6,000.
you know, if it goes say to Korea and they watch it because they sell it everywhere.
Yeah. And I was like, Sridevi, oh my God, okay. So I came and they hired Mehboob Studio for a look test. So I already signed the contract and everything. So they brought me in, what should be my hair and makeup and all that. So I walk in and I see Sridevi sitting, giving back to me. So I walk in and she's sitting facing that side. There's a huge dining table. And then I was made to sit next to her.
Okay. You want to learn about acting? We were the right guy, although he started coughing right in the beginning of the show. But Adil Hussain has introduced you. Interestingly, you actually, I don't know if this is correct.
Have you started?
We started.
Oh my God.
I'm a
really?
premature ejaculator. I finished. No, but please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But you did a little research. You were a stand-up comic right at the beginning.
I was, yes.
So let's start there and then we'll get into your entire life, of course. Because
Don't get into my entire life. I can't tell you a lot of things.
No. Whatever.
You are pretty, you burst out.
We put something in the coffee, so hopefully you'll start
so
talking.
It'll come up,
soon.
let me drink a little bit.
Yeah. But I thought it was fascinating because is it like a different sort of comedy form that you started with? Or what? Because was there stand-up? I don't even know.
Yes, so if you know someone called Bhanu Banerjee, have you heard of him?
Well, I know a Bhanu and I know a Banerjee, but I don't know them together.
No, you can't put them together.
No.
Okay. Bhanu Banerjee was one of the finest actors, comic actors in the Bengali film industry.
Okay.
And he acted with Satyajit Ray and everybody. And he used to also produce records on a subject, which is comic records. Those days in like early 70s, late 60s. So the idea of that, we sort of took it from there. But also in Assam, there is a form called Oja Pali, which is a form where two people, one is the senior guy and the junior guy. So the senior guy would bounce things off with this guy. कि अच्छा मैं बोल रहा था, वो लोग हाँ सर क्या बोल रहे थे आप? You know, see that's the form. And they would criticize the society. They would criticize the king those days. So king used.
We still have a king.
Yeah, those days.
Yeah, no, I'm saying even now.
हाँ, अभी भी है. अभी आराम से बोलिएगा.
हाँ, ठीक है सर. मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला, आपने कहा.
So kings will invite them, and through this Oja Pali, they would understand what's going on in the society, what people will. So we took that form. I was the junior most in the group, and
it's always a two-man dynamic.
We made it into a 4.
Achha.
So these two seniors, they would play the senior and junior, and we'll be called in to play specific roles.
Oh, nice.
So I would play, say, a character which I have created myself, who is a businessman, only concerns about money, doesn't care about art at all. So we created those characters, and also Rajiv Gandhi so we were doing political satire.
Set in the 80s.
It's in mid-80s. I did political satire and
so
social
you're the
satire.
pioneer of political satire in our generation, not us. Damn it.
We were covertly responsible for the fall of 2 governments in Assam.
What are you saying?
We would criticize the minister in front of us. He's sitting there and we'll say, so there was this very interesting incident I have to tell you.
Please.
Yeah, so there's this minister in Assam who, before becoming a minister, he was a student leader. You remember the transition?
It's always there, yeah.
Student leader.
Yeah.
Assam had this
from north and east, these are stories.
Yes.
Our part of the world is different, but yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
So he had huge beard. So he was sitting and he became the PWD minister.
Right.
So
the best ministry, by the way,
is
public
one of
works,
those
because
public
that's where all the paisa is.
Paisa.
Yeah.
So he was sitting there in the audience, and my team member, the Bhaya Mama, we used to call him Bhaya Mama, he is the senior most, and it is his brainchild thing. So he saw the minister and he said, hey, do you remember there was a Bhishma in Mahabharata? So the other guy says, yeah. Can you play that role? Do you remember that there was a Bhishma?
Yes.
Yes, you remember that?
Haji.
He had long beard. You remember
yes,
that?
Yes,
Yeah. So, in Assam, we have one Bhishma who's sitting there. And he'll be like, audience comes to know that, there is this happening. So it's like, he also made a promise that as soon as he takes over
PWD,
as the minister, he will move the railway track from the middle of the city to the outskirts of the city. And he became minister 1 year ago, and he's still there. And also the railway track is still there.
Yeah.
So this happened. And then he says, and there the symbol of that the political party is elephant.
Okay.
So he asks his partner that, do you know where the Lajja
it's of... the BSP?
Yeah?
The BSP
no,
from UP,
AGP.
which is... Okay,
this is AGP.
So elephant is not any one person.
Assam Kanon Prisen.
Yeah.
So he would say, do you know where Lajja resides, shame resides in human body? So other guy says, sir, it is on the nose.
Yeah,
that's why they have chosen nose, because elephant has such big nose. So you keep cutting and it never. So anyway, and then
how did he react?
He had to leave.
You got upset?
Yeah, he was sort of
people heckled, people laughing and all that. Yeah, I can imagine.
And
this is like instant satire. This is fantastic.
Yes, it's there. He's there, and he this guy improvises, and we used to do that, and they loved us also.
He got voted out in the next election.
They got voted out. Yeah, not because what we said. Also,
no, you never know. Yeah. These things are ridiculous, as what happened in.
But still, he's a minister now.
He's come back.
He's now a BJP minister.
So he changed parties also. So
he did. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. How is the railway tracks?
Still, it's going through the city. Nobody changed it.
What can I say, man?
I know.
We deserve who we elect. End of the day. Looks like it. Yeah. So you're doing this political satire thing
in 80s,
with a focus of becoming a full-time actor and all that, or you were just having fun as a hobby?
I was also doing theatre, street plays, radio plays, video films, telefilms,
all feature films. Assam.
All this in Assam. From 79, I started doing stand-up comedy. And after that, in 1990, I came to know, because there was no Google those days, so somebody said, there is a place called Nationalist Club Drama.
NSD, yeah.
NSD. I'm like, what is that? They teach acting. And I'm like, what? There's a place where they teach you acting? It was like a revelation, एंड वहाँ पढ़ने के लिए आपको पैसे की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, आपको सीट मिल जाता है, तो स्कॉलरशिप भी मिल जाता है. मैंने कहा यार,
बट ये अच्छी हिंदी कहाँ से आती है?
अरे हिंदी कहाँ मैं बोल लेता हूँ, अभी भी लिंक का परेशान होता हूँ. लिंक को लेकर के वो कुर्सी होता है
वो तो ठीक है, बट बेसिकली
अमिताभ बच्चन साहब, I used to also imitate him.
Can you imitate him now? रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगता है नाम है शहनशाह. Anyone?
रोमा तुम बहुत अच्छी लड़की हो.
Very good.
जानती हो रोमा, मेरे बाप ने 2 शादियां की हैं, एक मेरी माँ के साथ और एक अपनी नौकरी के साथ. अपनी माँ का बेटा मैं हूं और मेरी सौतेली माँ यानी मेरी बाप की दूसरी बीवी का बेटा कानून है. कानून मेरा सौतेला भाई, something like that.
Wow, that's great. Now we don't need to call Amitabh. Now whenever Adil is in town, we can do this, because getting Amitabh is going to be tough. Yeah.
Mukhtar Singh का नाम सुना है. All sorts of things.
So you picked up Hindi basically from Hindi cinema.
Yeah,
and from
absolutely.
The love for Amitabh Bachchan.
Bachchan Saab, Dharmender ji, then Shatru ji, and they were like icons.
All the best orators, speakers, dialogue delivery specialists.
Yeah.
But you also got a very deep voice, and now when you just did that, that's a gift.
Yeah, it just happened also because of the practices, voice practices, and it does help. It does help. When you practice lower notes in voice practice, and you go higher.
And for lower notes, what, you wear a tight pant? How do you do that?
No. Just go low, like sa re ga ma pa
sho. That was a bit tough. Yeah. Tried my best. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to NSD. I'll sidetrack you otherwise with my silly comments. So you found out this information. and you got excited.
And I applied, and I got it.
You do a test or something, no?
You do, yeah. What do you mean by that? You do
No,
test
no,
or
like
something, or you get in a bribe, and you get it.
It's like the
Are
army.
you
You can't just walk in.
Cyrus?
You can't walk in. You have to.
No, you can't walk in. Of course,
I would have been there.
Of course, you have to. So there are 4 centers across the country nowadays. I think it's more.
Yeah.
So Bangalore, Calcutta, Chennai.
So Cal would have been the closest.
Cal is the closest. Applied, and they send you 3 plays to read, and you will be asked questions. Like you will have to be able
Like
to
theory?
analyze.
Theory.
No, plays, and the questions will be asked on the play.
Yeah, so it's like literature. You're answering like answers of the play, not performing.
No, of the play. Okay. So you should be able to analyze and understand what is interpersonal relationship between the characters and all that. And they will send you 7 or 8 speeches. You choose 2 to remember and to perform. And then they will send you songs so that you have sense of rhythm in the film. And then they will make you draw sketches. So
what do you have to draw?
It's just observation. It's like how you look at human beings.
But your observation is great. You don't have to necessarily draw well.
That means you are observing much in a finer way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you observe clearly, how do you raise your eyebrows and all that. So when you draw it, you remember, and so that's a deeper observation, I would say. Yeah. So then you apply for that, and you are tested, then you get through that.
Do you remember what you got?
I got Andha Yug, Ye Mera Dhanush hai, Dhanush Ashwathama ka, जिसकी प्रत्यंचा खुद द्रोण ने चढ़ाई.
You lost me at ye. It's like Sanskrit.
Yeah, Oedipus, I read Oedipus.
Oedipus in Hindi?
In Hindi.
It's tough enough in English. I can imagine.
Yeah, it's very difficult,
all Greek words and all that on top of that.
Yeah, they have translated it in a nice way, Raghvir Sahai Saab, I think. And so all that. And
for those who don't know, Oedipus sleeps with, is about the mother complex. How do I?
Yes.
In case people don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oedipus complex.
The Oedipus complex. Mother-son thing. Okay. Just to clarify.
Relationship. Yes. Oedipus.
Taboo.
Right.
Not
it's
encouraged.
A taboo subject.
Not
we should not. Yeah. And then you are brought, around 75 candidates are chosen, and they are brought to Delhi. And then they would test you from 6 in the morning till 11 at night. 4 sets of teachers.
My God.
4 teachers in each set. And they will rotate the groups, 4 groups throughout the day.
Rigorous.
It's a huge. And they will make you do all sorts of. I remember I was sent to, our group was sent to CP to observe characters, talk to them, find out their background.
CP in Delhi.
CP in Delhi.
On the road.
No, anywhere in CP you want to go, and you find a person to observe the whole day. And you observe, you speak, you interview.
This is against the law. Mr. Mehra is standing minding his own business. You're standing behind him and just copying him.
You take permission, sir.
Acha, you ask him.
You ask.
And then you actually physically follow the guy.
Yes, you follow the guy, and if they allow you to follow the guy. So I followed a fireman. And I went with him. I went to the fire station. I said that we are students and NSD se aaya hoon, blah, 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 karke. So you have to find that also, to make sure that how do you approach a human being in a pleasant way so that he gives access to you. All that.
Can you approach a girl?
You can approach anyone you like.
Why did you approach a girl?
I couldn't find one.
This is Delhi's problem. We can't find girls in Delhi. Where are the girls?
They're all hiding there.
Adil Hussain's confession. Boss, I tried. First 15 minutes, mein gedi maar ke
and then I found a fireman.
From where to where. Yeah.
So then you interview them, and then you write the interview and what you think of the person, his backstory and everything. You come back. There's 15 people of the group. 75 people divided into 4 groups, 15 people. Then you create a performance within like 1 hour using those characters, interpersonal relationships.
Wow.
And there has to be a middle, there's a beginning and the middle and an end of the story.
So this is serious pressure.
It's a huge.
You have to create in just an hour.
Within an
start
hour.
To finish. And 15 entire production.
15 character, entire production.
Wow.
So all that, they see what is your presence of mind, how can you improvise, and also the dynamics, that is somebody leading too much, koi matlab zyada leadergiri dominating, all that is observed. Whether
because they want a balanced production.
Not only balanced production, they also see your attitude. Are you the guy who is bossy, or you are a person who can work in a group, like respecting each other's boundary and everything. All that. Thankfully, I got through. And that changed my life.
Confidence booster, right?
Yeah.
Because this is quite a... I would fail. First, nobody would talk to me on the streets of Delhi. Streets of Delhi, they call the police, immediately. With that situation. So did you think you had a chance, or you were like, boss, kuch bhi ho sakta hai?
I did not think about anything. I just knew
Stayed in the moment.
I was already 27 years old when I joined. My classmates were like, the youngest classmate was 17, and I was not the oldest, thankfully. There were two guys older than me, and like Anup Soni, Zakir Hussain.
All your batch?
All my batch. Yeah. Rajesh Telang, then Harish Khanna. These are all my batchmates. So my junior batch was Kumud Mishra, then Ashutosh Rana, then China Gate ka jo villain tha.
Nikhil Advani.
Anyway, all these people,
producers named him. Sorry.
Yeah. So, it changed my life, Cyrus. Like, I wouldn't have been sitting here talking to you.
So you get into NSD and then it's a whole different world, formal training.
I didn't realize how different it is. Till you go in.
And being a guy from Assam, how was it like? Because, this is a very Delhi-centric sort of culture.
Yes. Yeah? So language was a problem with not in terms of pronunciations, but in terms of vocabulary. Because, we come from Assam and it's got its own...
But I thought Delhi is a marquee bank and
totally.
3-4 words.
Shocking.
Yeah.
हम असम में इनको पता होगा
पता नहीं
इनके जनरेशन
बहुत तमीज के साथ
तमीज अभी बदतमीज भी हो सकते हैं मुझे नहीं पता है कि हम ऑटो रिक्शा ड्राइवर को भी आप बोलते
प्यार से बात करते हैं आई नो I've been to Guwahati a few times
हाँ और यहाँ के I was like and the visuals I was like what
are the visuals
the visuals which come to your mind when you hear those galis and then...
Oh, you're playing it out. You're playing it out. Oh, my God.
What?
When they say Bank ki Lauda and all that, I can understand. In Guwahati, I said, shut up once to a guy.
What is this? So the first thing in the ragging when we got in, so we are brought into the hostel and all that, so all the seniors, they come and they rag you very creatively.
Yeah.
So the first thing they said, okay, gali sunao. Gali do hame. So मैं तो... और ऐ बच्चा क्या hey कुकुर बच्चा
so you're saying it, you're internalizing it, you're scared to say it loud to them, is it?
सूर बच्चा means
I can understand, yeah.
सूर का
Pig
उतना बस इतना ही है तुम्हारे पास हम देते हैं तुमको and all, and I was like, oh my God.
But Adil, that's not fair because you're also intimidated by these bullies.
Yes.
So it's not. If you could, I'm sure you would have given them better galis. But
we don't have those galis. Yeah?
What are you saying? Assam culture doesn't have bad language.
No, there is, but we are much gentler people than you guys.
Not I'm a Bombay.
Okay.
We are the worst.
Chalo,
we are hybrids. We don't know what we are. It's very different. Yeah. So they rag you and you eye-opener with the language and abuse.
Totally, because also the idea of an actor, what we knew before we joined, because the moral compass is very different. Like the moral compass of a military personnel or a doctor who is a surgeon is very different, right? You have to cut open a human being.
Right.
That action is violent.
Yeah.
But the intent is to heal the person.
Actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, it's a violent action, you're cutting open, but intent is to heal.
Yeah.
And the military personnel's, their moral compass, their moral universe is different.
Yeah.
You have to kill, but for
to
the
save
greater
the country.
cause.
Yeah.
So artists, those who practice acting, or especially acting, I would say, because we have to say galis, we have to make love, we have to rape, we have to
Stop! You're
kill
getting
people.
me excited. No, about the make love. Yeah, just the make love. Yeah.
So we have to, do all kinds of things. But for a reason, which is the artistic reason, and which is...
The script.
Yeah, not only
character.
The script, no. Also, say, Cyrus, the thing is that art is a vehicle through which you elevate people's awareness. Abhineta shabd ka arth hi wahi hai. The one who transports.
Wow.
The one who elevates awareness of people.
NSD has taught you well.
It has
You went from being this young boy from Assam who's not saying bad words to you probably go the other way and become the worst guy, the gunda of the cause. Is that true? Yeah. By the end of it?
On the stage, yes.
Huh?
In life, what it has taught me is it taught me moderation. It taught me aesthetics.
Control.
Aesthetics, control, and to see the complexities of life, it has taught me so much. I don't want to be a serious person in front of you. Cyrus, take over now.
No, it's beautiful. I like this story. It's fantastic. I like these stories better than just discussing films. See, it's so easy for anyone can go and just watch the movie and same questions. Of course. I want to know about what you were before you became famous, what the struggle. And again, coming from the East to another culture, being accepted. That I would think would be a big struggle on its own, well before the other struggle of success.
Absolutely it is. Because I did not even hear the word aesthetics before I came to NSD. And मैंने तो सोचा था भाई एक्टिंग करने आए खड़े होके लंबे लंबे डायलॉग बोलेंगे बस अगर किसी ने हिलने की कोशिश की तो भून के रख दूंगा काइंड ऑफ डायलॉग
early Amitabh Bachchan is coming out.
So यहाँ आया history of art right from Egyptian two-dimensional art to like Renaissance and then postmodernism, Cubism. I'm like क्या पढ़ते हैं यार किस लिए?
Which you used in many of your roles.
No, because you
Has it ever come in handy?
Yes, because I'll tell you why. That's the thing. People would not जैसे क्या बात कर रहे क्या जरूरत है इसकी? आपका जो depth होता है ना, आपके personality के depth comes in when you know where you have come from. Like the 5 W's of Stanislavski: why, where, when, what, and who.
I thought woman.
That is the
sorry, my son is
the 7th.
Mine is different. Different. New edition.
Exactly. So these 5 W's, if you use, like for example, the way you are talking, the way you are sitting right now, it is and the way you have, you have worked out and all that, and the words that you choose and the vocabulary that you use is a consequence of the history.
Many things,
not only of yours. The whole society has evolved to what you are. Like, for example, this gesture. Look, here. Here.
Yeah.
This is a very, very modern metro gesture.
Is it?
Village people would never do this.
This?
Yeah, like, they
but village people, they're carrying lotas?
हाँ. वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ये करेगा, ये नहीं करेगा.
This is
लोटा शोटा करके
करने से very vulgar. If you put the sound off and people just watch us
right
now,
like,
what the fuck are we doing?
उतना ही काट लो फिर.
And let's at least exchange.
मेरा एक reputation है, Cyrus. I am a very decent
Clean
guy. Don't.
Let me say one thing.
You're ruining it.
As a young boy growing up in Assam, you had all the Tamiz and Tehzeeb and all this in the world, but that went when you reached Delhi. So
totally,
now you can't. Sorry, brother. That's gone forever. You can't go back.
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
can.
The Delhi is stuck inside you.
Totally. Yeah. And I still live in Delhi.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What to do?
All right. So now, before we start running out of time, let's quickly get into the career as well. So you, how long is the NSC course? 2 years, 3 years.
3 years.
You come out, what happens then? Because you guys are well networked, no? Right? From what I gather, there's the old boys club and they try to help and all that. I'm not saying everybody gets going, but there's a chance.
Yeah. So what happened was I came to NSD with the vision that okay, आप पढ़ेंगे और थोड़ा सा. It is a bit difficult for me. When I look back, I'm like, is it? Because Bombay always inspired. Like, you become a hero and you do this and you do that and blah, 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 sing around the trees. And then NSD sort of made me fall in love with theatre. So I graduated in 93 and I didn't want to come to Bombay at all.
Oh, you were happy doing Delhi plays in Delhi?
Yes. So
But paisa?
Paisa वैसा कुछ नहीं था. So I graduated in 93. I got a scholarship to study acting.
Are you a communist?
I am not.
Before you go back to Assam,
two of my brothers were communists.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Just fine.
Yeah. So I graduated, and then I got a scholarship to study acting in England. Yeah. So I went to England, and I came back after a year, and I realized I know nothing about acting. Like I felt. Because what happens is that when you don't know anything, your ignorance is bliss. When you know a little bit and you see the ocean in front of you, you're not even in the middle of the ocean. Yeah. You're like here. And you see acting as life. And there is no difference in understanding how life is it's a puzzle. And so is acting is a puzzle. What you see in the name of acting is the tip of the iceberg of what it could be.
My God.
The deeper aspect of it. So when I went into the philosophy of it, I was like, oh my God, I know nothing. How can I invite people to come and watch me?
But what about the cultural clash now? You go from Delhi and that culture to England, which must be another
shock. I'll tell you a few incidences.
Please.
So I go to England and I land and I thought it was a holiday. I thought there is a strike. Band declare kiya kisi ne.
Really?
ऐसा लगा कि लोग तो है नहीं. Streets पे उतना लोग है नहीं. First cultural shock was, oh my God. So उन दिनों 90 के बात कर रहा हूँ, 93 में गया था. तो then what happened? There is no credit card or anything. You carry what do you call the traveler's checks.
Ha. Young people.
कुछ पता है इसके बारे में?
What do they know about traveler's checks?
कुछ नहीं पता है उनको.
Yeah.
तो traveler's checks. तो Saturday पहुंचा. Sunday I was given shelter by one of the teachers there. Monday I come to school and I still couldn't go and cash my traveler's check from the bank. So I had no money. Literally not a single penny, you see.
Food?
हाँ, कुछ नहीं, पैसा नहीं था मेरे हाथ में. तो lunch break हुआ. All my classmates were women and they all brought out their tiffin boxes.
How sweet.
And they started eating.
Oh, without you?
Without me, not even looked at me. So I was like,
England?
Exactly. Where is my camera? Yeah. Excuse me. So
that's so mean. They all
no,
ate.
it's not mean. And later I realized what it was. So they were all eating and I was like hungry and I couldn't eat anything. I was like, what's going on? क्या हो क्या रहा है भाई? हमारे वहाँ अगर विदेश से कोई आता तो हम उसको थका देते, पूछ के क्या खाओगे?
And give them doggy pack.
छोले भटूरे खाओगे? अच्छा, you don't take मिर्ची फिर्ची कम करके ऑमलेट बनाएंगे, ये होगा ना? तो वहाँ मैं बैठा हूँ and I was like, my God, these are crazy people. Then I realized that they cannot imagine the fact that I wouldn't have money. It's my choice that I'm not eating.
Oh. So they thought you purposely don't want to eat for whatever reason.
Otherwise, why won't you eat? Because everybody has money.
Oh, they've not heard of poverty in the 90s.
No.
Now England has got only poverty. And you are responsible for that because they didn't feed you.
So then slowly and then this is first day in the school.
Did you cash the checks or not?
I did after that, and I started cooking and bringing food for everybody, and I introduced that culture. You
introduced the manners culture.
Yeah. मैं आज पूछा करो खाओगे ये देखो तो मैं and then there is a scene where there's a play that we did called Three Sisters by Michael Chekhov. So I was playing Kuligin, the very, very strange husband of Marsha. And then the director suddenly says, okay, Adil, now you have to get up and go there and kiss. So I was like, okay. So I went and gave her a kiss on her cheek.
It was a lip kiss?
I didn't know. So
bro, I would have gone for it.
Adil, you have to kiss. I'm like, that's what I did.
This is the Assamese in you. You're too nice.
It's not about nice. I can't even believe that. In spite of studying in NSD, in NSD you don't.
But that's why you become an actor, so you can get to kiss.
No. Sir, yeah, it's very different, sir. आपके और मेरे objective में थोड़ा सा.
So what happened?
So
he screamed at you.
The teacher said, Adil, you have to go and kiss. I'm like, that's what I did. He said, no, on the lips. On the lips?
Was she pretty?
She was very, very Rosemary Evans. I still remember her. I'm still a friend of hers. She lives in Boston. Yeah. And so she said, Adil, like this. So she comes and gives me a kiss. And I went red and violet on my face. I was like, oh my God.
Question, Adhyapak ji, including tongue?
Yes. It's a passionate kiss. And I was like, oh my God.
That not eating lunch, this was worth it, yaar.
Totally worth it.
What a lovely story. So your English Vinglish is very different if you look at the experience.
Totally different, yeah. So Rose we became very good friends, and then we are still in touch, as I just said. So the shocks were slowly, I was understanding their perspective of why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah. Because we do not have that perspective.
There was no intent to isolate you. They just didn't know.
They just don't know.
It's like us. Yeah. We would have fed you, but we have no money.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? So you just give me a cup of chai, coffee. Yeah, exactly.
Nikhil Advani's chai, which he wasted. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Adil. We've not even reached his career. I hope we get to talk about some of his things. But I find this more interesting. And for me, just to see how just the normal struggles of a person's life, where they reach later is fabulous. But the road The road to that is just fabulous. We take a quick break and come back.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus chats with Sachin Kalbag to unpack Maharashtra's high-stake political showdown. They also discuss COVID's economic ripple effects, tackle inflation drama, and sprinkle in some cricket buzz and US politics. On Century of Stories, Kunal shares the story of how 7 women with a small loan and a big vision founded Lichat Papad in 1959. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam chats with Ashish Shankar and breaks down the HNI investment secrets, PMS and AIF performance, asset allocation strategies, and why real estate and gold remains timeless favorites. Folks, if you like our show, spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show name, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: IDFC First Bank, Axis Mutual Fund, SBI Mutual Fund, ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund.
Okay, part 2. Adil is still here, thank God. Before we get back into his life, quickly ask him about the caffeine issues here. You said you haven't drunk caffeine for 2-3
3
months.
months, yes.
What is the reason?
I am being treated by a homeopathy doctor who said the only thing you cannot take is coffee. I was like, oh no, I love coffee.
So you can drink alcohol if you want.
I can drink anything else.
You can drink tea.
You
can drink cold drinks, soft drinks, sweet drinks.
Yeah, but not coffee. I don't know why, but I follow his instructions.
Is this a real doctor or one of the actors
He's a real
playing
doctor.
a doctor?
Yeah, he's a real doctor. And
Sometimes you save money, you go to an actor who played a doctor, like, Munna Bhai. You can go to one of those guys.
Yeah, no, it's not. He's real. I have verified his credentials.
Let's not disrespect him, we'll charge you more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in London. You're in England.
Yes.
You do this course, and then your life has been very interesting so far. I would think this guy from a very, sort of well-mannered society. And then
Small little
Delhi, town. Then England, which is a world altogether.
Yeah, totally.
And now, where do you go? You come back to Mumbai.
No, I don't. I go back to Delhi.
And do plays.
And I didn't know what to do. So I called up one of my teachers.
But how do you pay bills if you don't have...
I did not. I had like...
How are you living?
2,000 rupees. That's बता रहे हैं आप बताने का मौका तो दो.
यार मेरा वो premature है ना. I told you.
तो मैं आ गया वापस and I called my teacher. My teacher, his name is Arjun Raina. I'm ever grateful to him.
Okay.
Arjun Raina was the lead actor in a beautiful film called Where Annie Gives Them Those Ones.
Yeah, Woody Allen.
No, it's an Indian film.
Oh.
And the only film I think Arundhati Roy acted.
Acha.
And made by Pradeep Kishan.
Arundhati Roy is the lead?
In the lead.
Is she good?
She was very good. And very good looking she was.
So yes. For Woody Allen?
Where Annie gives them
those ones.
Or gives them those ones.
Yeah.
Now it is being restored digitally. So it's brilliant. So I called him up and I said, and he taught me voice and speech. And he was very fond of me. I said, Arjun, I'm back from England and I don't know. Adil, I have a house in Gali Bajrang Bali in Purani Delhi.
Right.
There is a fridge, there is a phone, and I have my old motorbike there. Will that do for you? I was like, yes. And I can live there free of cost as long as I want.
Not bad.
So my then girlfriend came, and she has that extreme sense of cleanliness. So she cleaned the entire place, and I was there.
Who gives you a house and a motorbike without knowing you properly?
No, he taught me. He knows me.
Yeah, but I would not give my house and my motorbike. I might give my relatives, but I wouldn't give...
That house was not being occupied by anybody. It was empty. So he gave it to me to stay there.
Very nice of him.
Very kind of him. I mean, you see, that's the thing. You did not earn money, but you earned trust.
Goodwill. But do you send him free tickets and all now for your premieres?
I don't have to. Yeah. He again helped me later. This is 93 and 2001.
Yeah.
I had 100 rupees. I came back from my performances from different parts of the world. I was doing Othello, the play.
Wow. Lead?
I was playing Othello.
My God.
Barry John was...
You've got an Othello voice. You've got that baritone. Yeah.
I was playing Othello.
In English, Hindi?
In English.
Wow.
Yeah. I was playing Othello. Barry John was playing Iago.
Barry John himself?
Barry John himself was playing Iago. He was my teacher also in NSD. Yeah. And he and I had such fun. And we did it for 10 years.
Wow.
And then...
Can you quote a little bit?
Of course I can. What, Othello?
Yeah.
Had it pleased heaven to try me with affliction, had they rained all kinds of sores and shames on my bare head, and given to captivity me and my utmost hopes, I should have found in some place of my soul a drop of patience, but there, where I've gone out of my heart, there I must live or bear no life.
Wow. And then the audience in Delhi go, "Bank louder." Because they don't understand what he's saying. Yeah. They have no clue here. You can't blame them. Yeah. What a role, but that
it was
great roles of all time.
Great. So we went to a Fringe festival in Edinburgh. We got the Fringe first, and I got a review of probably the best ever review I've ever gotten in my entire life for the performance of Othello. And then, so I was coming back from some other country. We're performing in Western Europe, in Africa, and all these places. I came back, and I had 100 rupees in my pocket. And I was staying with another friend, who's my classmate.
Male or female?
A male friend, married.
Not interested.
Yeah, not interested. But have you heard of a performance called Manganiyar Seduction? No.
I've got anxiety performance, if that helps.
No.
Tell us.
Yeah. So his name is Royston Abel.
Mm-hmm.
And
sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he directs this huge show called Manganiyar Seduction. And he gave me shelter in his house. He's my classmate.
Yeah.
From NSD. He knows that this guy is a bit crazy. So उसको ऐसा करो, उसको इधर ही रहने दो यार. वो he's a मल्लू. उसको ऐसे इधर ही रहने दो. कहाँ जाएगा बंदा समझ में नहीं आता है.
Okay. So you're doing a Mallu impression. So we're alienating Delhi, Assam, now Kerala. Yeah. Who's left?
किधर रहेगा? कैसा रहेगा? तुम आ जाओ, darling. Paji. He's called me Paji. Being a Mallu to an Assamese.
It's okay, you're in Delhi.
So one morning I woke up and I went to him. I said, "Darling, I think I should earn some money." No? He said, "Good idea, yaar." So I called my teacher again. Arjun Raina,
yeah.
I said, Arjun, hey, Adil Miya, कैसे हो? कितना पैसे है जेब में? मैंने कहा 100 रुपए. आ जाओ घर. मोटरसाइकिल में तेल डालो, 100 रुपए का आ जाओ. And then he trained me in voice and accent to train the trainers of the back office of the call centers.
Oh.
So he trained me to speak in British English and American English.
Can you speak in British English for a minute?
A little bit. Not much.
And American English?
Fairly good, but not sure if I'm that good anymore because I don't really practice that. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Can you do a Walkeshwar accent?
कौन सा बना?
Walkeshwar.
I can't. I do Assamese English.
What is that?
That is like sometime you think you are doing something nice, but no.
Yeah. Good.
What is your name? And then, the Manipuri and
all that. East of
yeah, because I had to go and train. So,
sorry.
So, wo jo what I received from my friends, Cyrus, is saved me from dying, rather, I would say, because I did not earn money. I was only doing some workshops here and there. NSD started inviting me to teach there since 2000. So that was one of the reasons that I survived. And then I got a television series. Those days, in 2001.
Yeah.
It was called Jasus Vijay. Produced by British World Service and BBC World Service and Doordarshan. And I played the lead in that. And they used to pay me 3 lakhs a month in 2001.
But not per episode?
No. Month in a sense, we used to do 4 episodes a month. But उस समय अरे यार 2001 की बात करो अब तो कुछ तो
मतलब क्रेडिट 75 grand an episode. It's damn good.
उस समय nobody
2000. Yeah. So then Jasus Vijay started it.
That started and then I got sick of it after 2 seasons. क्योंकि मुझे यही डायलॉग जो बोलना पड़ता है ना, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी तो करना ही होगा. तो मैं कहा यार नहीं कर सकता हूँ.
Too much cliche for you.
Anyway, but it sort of trained me on all the technical aspects.
Working on TV set, which is the most furious paced thing.
And all that. I drove all vehicles, from trucks to the buses and tractors and everything. And
I should just tell him right now, where he is right now, when he came for the podcast. Can I mention, I'm not mentioning the show, but can I just mention what you went to meet who you went to meet and all that?
Yeah. Don't.
I can't mention.
No. You shouldn't mention which show. Of course not.
No, not show. Show I'm not mentioning. But I want to just mention who.
Yes.
Because he's talking about driving cars and all.
Yeah.
And then he's just recently had an experience where he had to go to the military here and meet the Air Force because he's involved in a show which is going to have that thing to it. But he's going to be like the alpha of the Air Force in that show. So from where to where?
Look
at it.
And so since you brought this up, which is interesting because we are basically talking about the journey and the contrast, the encounters of different kinds. I ended up in the set of Star Trek.
Oh,
so I was holidaying in the US with my wife. She's from there.
Oh,
so I was holidaying and I got the
call.
Audition sides from my agent in LA. So she said, Adil, can you do this to me? Do this for me today? I'm like, oh God, okay. So I just read, Star Trek? I was like, wow. And fantastic scene, it's like emotional scene. I played the intergalactic liaison.
Yeah. So you can't ask the ethnicity because they are now aliens.
No. So they send me the character's name is what?
Yeah.
The character is described as human South Asian.
Human South Asian. Wow, nice.
And name is Aditya Sahil. So I was like,
an Indian name.
It is an Indian character. And then I auditioned, I got the part, and I was called in. Okay, so now here this. Of course, I have done a big, huge Hollywood film, which is Life of Pi. Much, like long ago, 2011 we shot.
Oh, that's
long ago. So this is 2018.
Yeah.
So I went there and Pinewood Studio in Canada, in Toronto, and there's a huge sets, like 10 studios of like same size as whatever. One is in engineering and this and that. And then I asked to come 10 days before the shoot. And then for 10 days, what they did was just measuring my measurements and fitting, come back, fitting, come back, fitting. And then finally they gave me the suit, the Star Trek. And it was like perfectly fit.
Do you get to keep it?
I have some photos. I'll show it to you.
Why would they have to keep it? Once the show's over?
You can't.
Why?
I don't know. Because they have some protocols.
These are the problems India has with the West.
Totally. They're not generous enough.
You work with us, we let you take the cup, for example, the podcast cup, which is not branded by us at all. So, our Mehman culture is much better, I feel.
हम उसको लेके चलेंगे लेकिन.
हाँ.
तो क्या हुआ? तो हम तो गए 3 episode guest appearance. Okay.
Star Trek.
But Star Trek. And good thing is that they paid me little money, but I keep getting residuals every 2 months.
Oh yeah, they have that thing where when they re-release, you get paid, no?
Not re-release. If they're earning money, I earn money 1%. So every 3-4 months, I get like $5,000,
because
$6,000.
If it goes to Korea and they watch it because they sell it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Crazy,
What a great investment. It's like a mutual fund.
Totally.
Every year getting something.
आप वहाँ शुरू में पैसा कम लो.
Look at what Aditya has done for you.
Yes.
You owe him.
I owe him.
Yeah.
So I go there and so on the day of the shoot, I reach on time and makeup shake-up ho gaya. मैं पहुँचा. So they escorted me to the shooting floor and I see all the HODs and the actors. I had 3 actors in the same scene. And the main actor, her name is Sonekwa Martin Green, is playing Burnham, Captain Burnham. And they're all standing in a circle, waiting for me.
Oh.
Can you believe it? I'm just a nobody from India.
Well, that's not fair.
No.
You're an actor from India who's...
I get it. I'm just saying.
There's a discipline.
In comparison to what happens in our country.
Yeah.
You are a guest actor.
True.
From somewhere from Assam. Now here, they're all waiting in a circle. I'm walked, escorted into the circle, and the director, who is taller than me, he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, here is Adil Hussain from India." So everybody claps, and then they looked at me expecting me to say a few words, and I was not ready. So I said, see, I was born in a town called Gwalpara, where newspapers used to come. After 3 days, they were published. and I'm today crossing the galaxies. So thank you so much for
Nice.
And they clapped. And the lead actor, she came in the center of the circle, and she beckoned me with her hands up, and she gave me a hug,
nice,
tight one, and whispered into my ear, saying, "I'm so looking forward to work with you, Adil." So all the boundaries of all these hierarchies, it just disappeared. You're meeting another person in the human level.
True.
And that was so beautiful. And now you want to
No,
comment
I
on
was just
something?
thinking, in India, there's one thing we do which they don't do. Like in India, we touch your feet. Why didn't they touch your feet?
That's it.
See,
this
little thing.
God.
This is an English Vinglish moment, cultural misappropriation that happens.
मैं आपका पाँव नहीं छुआ मैंने.
Sir, don't do that. Yeah, please pretend to be older than me, for God's sake.
At least.
Yeah, pretend. Yeah. Okay. So
आपने बाल रंग लगाया या?
obviously.
अच्छा.
There's not even hair. This I borrowed from the carpet. I have to put it back because the carpet's not higher. Our life is very tough. Okay, so there's Life of Pi.
Yes.
There's so many great moments. I was told I woke up in the morning with a group of guys and they were very interested when they said, Adil is coming. And they said, please ask about English Vinglish. They all love that film. Of course, these are urban boys, so maybe the appeal is to them. So there's lots of, we can't go through everything. We won't have time. Tell us about Life of Pi and English Vinglish, these two.
Life of Pi is life of Pi in terms of it's a lifetime experience, I think, for any actor. And that was my third film. So I was like, oh my God, I got the role. How? You can't believe when it happened to you.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, oh shit, oh no, oh God. That was like Ang Lee, oh no, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and all those films that I have seen, Brokeback Mountain and Sense and Sensibilities and all that. So then the casting director, A.V. Kaufman, calls me in the middle of the night, not realizing that it's the middle of the night in India.
Disgusting for him.
Yeah, this is so bad, terrible. I said, Adil,
you might as well just go with that. No.
Adil, I said, I'm a bad deal or a good deal? No, you are a deal. So Ang would like to meet you.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 in Taj Lens End at 6 in the evening. So I come here and Ang Lee is presidential room, is like sitting there. And so I ring the bell and he opens the door and he catches hold of my hand like Dalai Lama. Have you met Dalai Lama?
I wish I had, but I haven't.
I had met him. And he takes your hand and he talks like this, okay? And similarly, this man, he takes my hand, he holds me and brings me and makes me sit on this chair and he sits in front of me like this. And he doesn't talk.
And stares at you.
And stares at me.
Is he feeling very angry? Sorry.
R and L, yeah.
Sorry. I'd leave it. Let's not.
He's not Japanese.
Leave it. No. It's wrong in every way. I apologize.
Okay, fine. So, and I was like, so I have to break the ice, I said, hi, why are you making this film? That's the first question I asked. And then it just came out. And he, being Ang, he responded to my question for 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. This has happened, that has happened, this book went to that director, this director, all the great directors, including the director of Avatar, But everybody thought it's unfilmable. But then when it came to me, I asked them to make a computerized tiger, which I will believe in. It has to be credible enough. Then I shall decide whether I can do it or not. And then they made it, decided. Then he finished the entire 5-minute monologue with the sentence, after all, Adil, I'm a storyteller. So then he asked me about who are the people has influenced my life in terms of acting teachers and Grotowski and Stanislavski. So he also studied theatre. You know why he stopped doing, he became a film director.
Why?
He loves theatre and he realized, he told me, Adil, the actors, they go onto the floor and they don't listen to the director anymore. They just do what they want to do. On the stage, in films, I can control them.
That's absolutely right, no? Actors, medium, stage. Do what you want. They can go to hell.
Well,
Once we're on, we're on.
Oh, sorry, आपने बताया था. हाँ, मैं भूल गया.
Change lines, change entries. Oh, I love that. That's why I don't
put
like
on
films.
extra, steal the show.
It's too much of... they control us too much.
Too much, yeah.
Let's go back to the theatre, both of us. Come on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
They get those girls from England because I need someone against us. You know.
We'll figure it out, but पैसा वैसा मिलेगा नहीं लेकिन.
पैसा जरूरत क्या है? I'm from Valkeshwar. Don't worry. Okay, tell us English Vinglish, quick, please. I have to show them something.
भूल मत जाओ. हाँ.
नहीं. English Vinglish, working with Sridevi in 2 minutes.
Yes. No. It was again. That was my second film, I think.
Yeah. What was your second film?
Second, third, or fourth film. And I was like, Sridevi, oh my God. Okay. So I came and they hired Mehboob Studio for a look test. So I already signed the contract and everything. So they brought me in, what should be my hair and makeup and all that. And so I walk in and I see Sridevi sitting, giving back to me. So I walk in and she's sitting facing that side. There's a huge dining table. And then I was made to sit next to her. And Balki, the producer, he says, Shriji, this is Adil. And she looks at me. So I sat down, looks at me and says, hello, Adil, how are you? And I said, I saw Sadma when I was, I think, class 8 or something.
Okay.
She and I are same age.
Yeah.
She's born in 1963, so am I. So she was probably 14 years old and I was in class 9 or something. Yeah. I said, I saw Sadma and I couldn't eat for 2 days because of this impact of the film. And she instantly had her eyes went moist. I don't know why. She's such a genuine person. And you can see that in her work. She's extremely genuine. And what I noticed about her was that she is the most keen listener. She listens to you and that's why her timing is so good.
Opposite to me.
No, you listen, otherwise your timing would not be good.
I don't listen to anything.
You do?
You've complained twice, he talks too much.
You are listening to me.
I am listening.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the interview. I really enjoy this thing, the podcast.
Yeah,
it's one of the few things I enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I love your life. Don't you like your life when you look back at it?
I love it.
You're just a guy from Assam.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah.
आप
कहाँ से हो? जोरहाट. Zuhotia.
Sir, we are doing a show. You can't have a private conversation with a guy in the back here. What the hell's going on? This is not your set. It's a recorded show here. I'm 40 years in the business, and he's gone through every medium. He's won every award in the book. He's worked with all kinds of international and national, different regional crews. Man, I tell you. Okay. Adil sir, Dilip R is asking. These are all your fans who've written in. We'll only take 3. Don't worry. You have opined. About, I know this is what they do. About working in Kabir Singh, and Vanga Reddy replied as well. Anything more? You've answered this 10 times.
Those questions.
Yeah. Character you regret doing. So Dilip R, sorry, he's answered it. Refer to YouTube.
Yes.
Bruce Wayne, also known as the Batman, has written in.
Yeah.
I was surprised to learn that you're dabbled in mimicry. Oh, you didn't tell us. Well, you do it all the time. And stand-up comedy before joining. I think you know what follows next. Can you please perform something from this repertoire for us? You've done a lot of... I won't make you do that. But any mimicry that from the early days that you remember that people used to like?
Yeah, Bachchan Saab.
That for sure.
Shatru Saab. Jagdeep.
Hey,
Mia. Something like that. Hoy, kiss haram zadeh, something. I forgot the line.
It was a time when that had been larger than life. No, always.
Totally.
Every character.
Tum jante nahi, blah, blah, blah.
I wonder what they were in real life. Because all these actors, the extension of that,
I have
go home and it'd be like, Bibi, namak de do. Just normal conversations.
I have no clue. I really think.
I wonder what Arnab Goswami is like at home.
I wonder.
Yeah, does he?
I think he's a very soft-spoken guy.
Yeah, no, he's like, Bibi, we have to know where the meat is today.
Yeah.
Where is the mutton? By the way, Assamese, huh? That's your guy. Yeah. Your guy. Show me your face now.
Who?
The actor hai beta. Okay. Nathan says, please mention about BTS of your national award winning films, Majraj Ketaki and
Rati
Mukti Bhavan. If I said it wrong, I apologize.
Oh, it's one of my most favorite films. Both of them are amongst probably 10 films. These two are Mukti Bhavan. You have to see it.
Done?
You didn't see it yet.
So I don't watch full length because I can't concentrate.
Oh God!
No,
this one you should see. It's a beautiful. The only Indian films poster probably that I have seen at the hanging at the British Film Institute.
Oh,
is
nice.
Mukti Bhavan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I go there and suddenly I'm like, oh.
Are you on the poster?
Yeah, I'm on the poster. It's beautiful, beautiful.
I think only we Indians can do that. They go stand in the poster, take the selfie.
Take a
and all
photo,
that. No matter how famous you are, it's important.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I think Mukti Bhavan is one of the most. How do I say? It's a.
You can be immodest. They like this. It's already won awards. Come on, you can.
No, it won several awards.
No need to be modest about
it.
it.
It's a film which is so tender, so gentle, and yet it talks about death. You know, yet it not only talks about, delves into scenario. Like the story is that a father wakes up in the morning and he says, "My time is up. I'm going to go to Banaras and die." And the son, I play the son. And he said, "Papa, but हाँ तुझे अगर छुट्टी नहीं मिले कोई बात नहीं मैं अकेला गाड़ी में चढ़ा दे मैं निकल जाऊँगा." It's from a very lower middle class family, and then they both finally go and they are.
It's a road trip.
Not a road trip. They go, there's a small bit in the road, but then they go and they're in a room of this size, half of this room, and they're together till he would die probably. So all the unexpressed. Unsaid accusations, grudges, and all that, but very gently done. It's a beautiful movie to be watched with the parents and friends, and you would love it.
It's a little awkward to watch with the parents sometimes because these are things.
I think they will. It's a very insightful movie, and people have watched it. It ran in Japan for 150 days.
Wow.
In Western Europe, almost released in 36 countries across the globe. I got the national award for that, and for Majrati Ketaki.
You get money with the national award?
Huh?
Do they pay you money as well?
They don't. You should pay money when you give national awards, by the way. It's great help for actors like, who, yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
Star Trek is paying him while we speak. His accountant is saying, "आ गया पैसा."
हाँ, उतना तो है, लेकिन फिर भी पैसा देने
Mukti Bhavan's money is not coming.
It's not coming in. Majrati Ketaki again is a very beautiful story of a poet a writer who comes back to his hometown after being very famous and how he looks at life. And it's
if you go back home, that would be similar.
It's a very similar. That's why I think they cast me because of that. And the airport when we were shooting, that I'm being facilitated. Felicitated by people. The actual people came in the shoot. अरे Adil sir, ये दे दो autograph दे दो. I'm like, extra मिल गया आपको बिना पैसे. So it's very beautiful film. Yep. What else?
That's it. We've run out of time. I got to tell you, we need to get you back. There's so much more to talk about. But I think we had a great time listening to your stories of the growth and just without judgment, just looking back at your life and just how interesting it's been. Would you say you're a lucky guy as well?
Extremely. Yeah. I think I'm one of the luckiest person and who acts in India. Sit in Delhi and I keep doing this.
I'm saying this only I'm just listening to your chart and just thinking, see, the talent is there and all that would have happened. But just being at certain places at certain time.
Exactly.
How you went to Delhi, how you went to London, how you came back, how Arjun helps you, blah, 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 blah. How that all takes forward. Sometimes you think there's some karma, some naseeb, something.
100%, Cyrus. Yeah. I think, I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah.
I never believe.
Can you give me some of your luck?
कितना चाहिए आपको?
थोड़ा दे दो. I don't work weekends.
वो तो आता रहता है ना, जितना दो उतना ज़्यादा आता है.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adil Hussain, national award winning.
Oh God, please.
True, yeah. Something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. To be unmodest.
Yeah.
You want me to be blatantly.
How many? Quickly.
Like
Name.
This. So I'm the only probably Indian actor who won a national award of another country, which is Norway.
Yes, I read that. Yes. So national.
आपने बोला नहीं उसके बारे में.
So he's the Norwegian national champion and the Indian national champion. Both.
Yes.
Excellent. Well done, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. They gave money.
आपने मुझे immodest
नहीं,
बना दिया.
Norwegian लोग पैसा दे या नहीं?
Shameless. वो वहाँ भी पैसे नहीं दिए उन लोगों.
This fucking national award scam.
लेकिन मुझे वो सामान मिलता रहता है एम्बेसी से.
खाने के लिए?
हाँ, खाने के लिए.
The fish you're talking
Fish,
about.
Yeah.
Ultimately, he's Assamese. You see, no matter how much fame and money, he wants the free fish. All makes sense, man.
घर पे आ जाता है. Thank you. Lovely
Pleasure,
chatting with you.
pleasure,
Absolute pleasure.